It looks like Billy Joe Saunders really did sustain a legit hand injury. According to Frank Warren, he says that he don't think Billy Joe Saunders' hand will be, good enough to go May 5th. And he says it's most likely it won't happen with Triple G May 5th. So basically you can count out Billy Joe Saunders, as a step-in opponent if Canelo gets suspended. We back with the Boston Clinic and more. Y'all know what it is. And a guy like Dan Rayfield says that today, you can go to his Twitter. He said he expects that Canelo Alvarez will be suspended. So that's the feeling he getting. And if he getting that feeling, he's very, very close with Golden Boy. He's close with Bob Arum. Both guys do business on ESPN. And if he feels that way, then, it could be a big possibility. And I'll get into another video about that whole situation a little bit later on the night. But, Billy Joe Saunders is injured, legit. Sounds like that from Frank Warren. And he said he don't think his hand to be ready. And, that was the perfect step-in fight. Undisputed class for Triple G. We know they tossing around Gary Spike O'Sullivan name, so Golden Boy can still be a part of promoting this fight May 5th. I mean, that's a horrible idea. Billy Joe Saunders was definitely the number one guy on the list. Going down my list, number 2 would be Danny Jacobs. And a lot of people say, you a Jamal Charlo fan. I just think Danny Jacobs deserved that rematch. I understand that Jamal Charlo is the mandatory, but I think Danny Jacobs deserves that quick run back real quick. I think Danny Jacobs deserves to run it back with Triple G and a venue like Las Vegas. I think he deserves a chance to right his wrong. And I think that fight was very close. I had him winning by a point or two. I was live at that fight, watched it again on the before I got on the plane, and I thought he won the fight, but it was a close fight. One called it a robbery, and I thought he should be the perfect guy for the selection, other than Billy Joe Saunders. But it's the feel that Canelo won't get suspended, and we'll speak on that later on tonight. But hey, if Billy Joe Saunders' hand is really injured, we know, more people was talking about Terrence Crawford hand injury and the timing that it came for that people didn't believe in. And a lot of those people that's from that other, class of fans that don't know shit about shit, was saying that, he was ducking Jeff Me So Horny, but he wasn't. It was simple fact that Top Rank hadn't officially announced the fight, and no tickets was being moved, and the PR was shit. Once Pacquiao got off the card, the card was going to be pay-per-view. I don't think a lot of those dumb fans knew that, and the selling point was going to be Manny Pacquiao before he took control of his own career. So, I mean, that is what it is. So, with Billy Joe Saunders' hand injury, his fight got pushed back to June 24th or something like that. So his injury must have been good enough to push it back a couple months. So for him to speed up and speed up the process for May, I think a lot of people would have had a conspiracy brother theory that he faked a hand injury to take on Gennady Golovkin. And now we know that's not the case. And I can respect that, man. If you still injured and your day got pushed back to June 24th, it's for a reason. Your hand was legitimately injured. I have no questions about it. I got much love for Billy Joe Saunders. I've been one of the few people that have been pumping him up, since he got that belt from Andy Lee. Yeah, we did criticize him for acting like a hoe and having a terrible fight with Willie Monroe, but then he bounced back versus David Lemieux. Looked wonderful, fabulous with Dominic Ingle the second time around with him, I think. And I think he's a real player. I think he would have really gave Triple G a good fight that night. And I think that would have been a great fight for the fans and have been a great turnout for Billy Joe Saunders, but maybe it happens down the road, but it is what it is. So you must knock off our number 1 candidate for the fight. Then we go to Danny Jacobs. Then we go to Jamal Charlo. Then we go to Demetrius Andrade. Then we go to, what the hell? I don't know. After that, maybe Gary Spike O'Sullivan. I don't like that fight, but that is what it is. That's just the facts that Golden Boy is still trying to be a part of that fight. But hey, it all boils down to, Triple G. He and HBO gets the final say. And, why not knock out a mandatory since, or get the skeletons out of your closet first with Danny Jacobs before you go with a guy like Gary Spike O'Sullivan. He's gonna receive so much ridicule and backlash. It's gonna be like he failed the drug test, and Canelo ended up fucking the fight up. But Gary Spike O'Sullivan, we not buying that. We not looking at that. Nobody's even taking that seriously as consideration. If he chooses to take on Gary Spike O'Sullivan and still let Golden Boy be a part of this fight, and Triple G and K2 and all those guys are dumber than we thought. But